السلام عليكم. لا تنسوا الإعجاب بالفيديو والاشتراك في القناة تشجيعا لنا لنستمر بنشر المزيد إن شاء الله.
Hey guys, so today we wanted to do a really awesome video basically showing you how you could get really beautiful using your household products. If you guys have followed my blog for a long time, then you guys know from the past I used to do a DIY recipe every single day. I used to call it Vitamin HB because I just felt like there's so many things that you could use in your kitchen cupboard that can actually make you more beautiful than some of those really expensive products. So we've grabbed some of our favorite kitchen products right here. You can see there's a ton in there. We got some garlic, some lemon, potatoes, apple cider vinegar, coconut oil, turmeric, aspirin, and we're gonna show you how these inexpensive, very easily to find products can make you super, super hot. So one of my favorite things to do in the entire world, anytime I break out or I get a blemish, is to use aspirin. And this one is particularly awesome. It's aspirin and vitamin C, so it'll be really great because it'll help brighten up the blemish too. This is not necessarily available everywhere, so you can just use a regular aspirin tablet if you want and squeeze a little lemon juice on it, it'll be totally fine. We're gonna take the tablet, and I'm only gonna use one, and the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm going to actually crush it. So I'm gonna keep it in its plastic container. If you don't have a container like this, you can just put it in a bag and smash it that way. It'll totally work fine. I'm gonna grab a jar, just gonna go ahead and smash this. So I'm gonna open this up, I'm gonna pour it, you can see it's like powder, and I'm just pouring it into this glass. It has a little bit of water, so you can see it's already bubbling up. If you don't want to use all of it, you can just put out a small amount and then actually just put a little bit of water with it and then put it on the acne. I'm going to mix it with water and show you how it will look afterwards. It gets a little foamy and that's totally fine, but you want to be a little pasty. I'm just gonna go ahead and apply it wherever I see it. I see a blemish on my chin, and I'm just gonna rub it in. And then after I rub it in, I'm just gonna put a small amount and leave it overnight. The great thing about aspirin is it has salicylic acid in it, and it has a lot of really great factors in it that just help kind of dry out acne and also kind of renew the skin. So this is really, really great to do when you break out. It's kind of a much less invasive way to get rid of acne as well. If you can't find aspirin with vitamin C, you can definitely use lemon juice instead of water, and that will work totally fine. Hopefully you guys know how much I love coconut oil. I recently colored my hair and it just can't take bleach for whatever reason, and it just always dries my hair out so badly. So this is why I don't color my hair that much. But right now I did color my hair and I know how to treat it really, really well to get it back to life. I learned this from one of my friends who has been using this forever. She said it's very common in Indian culture. You take the coconut oil, take a tablespoon out, you put it in the microwave, or you put it in a glass surrounded by hot water so that it melts. And then all you do is you put it in your hair and you just coat enough to where it kind of gets it saturated but not too oily. And you let it sit overnight. The next morning what you do is just wash it out, and your hair will be so silky, so smooth, and it really does strengthen the hair as well, which is really, really fantastic. And one thing that I love so much are lemons. Slice it just like this, and I cut it in half, and then I just put a little bit of brown sugar on it after you've kind of blended the sugar in so that it stays on. And then you can use this to scrub your elbows and your knees, or you can actually use it to scrub your face. And what this does is it helps brighten up your skin, but it also helps eliminate any type of dead skin in any areas. It really kind of helps exfoliate really naturally and not too intensely, and also really helps with large pores around the nose. So I actually love to use this around my nose, my cheeks, my chin, my T-zone, basically any areas that I have issues like this. So you can just basically grab it like this. It's so good. It literally makes your skin so soft. Whatever's left on your skin you can rub in and then eventually wash away, but it works so well. One of the best things I've ever learned from my mom was actually how great garlic can be for your nails. My mom used to use it for antifungals, so anytime your nail would get like a little fungus, she would just use this and rub it on, and it was like the best and fastest way to make sure your nails were clean and white and beautiful. One of the best things about that as well is that it actually makes your nails grow super strong and beautiful. This is a really great technique. I talked about this a lot on my blog. Basically, all you need to do is take some clear nail polish, slice the garlic up, as we have here, and grab a couple really small slices and put them inside the nail polish. And this is clear nail polish. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna use this as a nail hardener. I usually like to use a whole half clove. This is a little bit more, but that's totally fine. We're gonna stuff this in, shake it up. Looks like pickled garlic, but it's an at-home nail hardener. And you can just use this to coat on top of your nails. You can do it once a week, as often as you need. It's great because it also gets rid of the smell of the garlic. Yeah. Smells like nail polish. I think I got high. Potatoes are one of my favorite ways to lighten your skin. I literally use potatoes every single day. I keep one next to my bedside, and I know that sounds weird, but I always use it before I go to bed. I just feel like it really has helped me so much. I like to use it in the morning when I wake up and actually before I go to bed. One thing you can do is you can definitely take potato, slice it in half, and then all you need to do is rub it on your knees and your elbows, and this helps lighten up those areas. I even like to rub it on my knuckles. I feel like this helps so much. I do this right before I go to bed. You can use it in your underarm if you have dark areas there. Potatoes are really, really great at lightening up skin. They just have superpowers for brightening and tightening areas around the eyes. You can also take a little bit of potato like this, cut some slices, shape it to your under eye, and literally place it here and let it sit for 20 minutes, and it will seriously brighten up your eyes. Potatoes have this super awesome ingredient in them called catecholase, which is this enzyme that basically kind of helps renew the skin and lightens it in the process. So it's super awesome for that. If you're somebody that wants to do it on a daily basis, instead of cutting the whole potato in half, you could totally do that and put it in the fridge, or you can just chop off the top part. And what I basically do is I cut off the top part and I keep going down so the potato is still a little bit fresh as I put it in the areas that I need to lighten. This is a super awesome trick everybody needs to try. Many of you probably know that I swear by apple cider vinegar. It's one of my favorite things to use for a million reasons. One thing I love to do is I actually like to put just a couple drops inside a huge bottle of water, and I actually use this to rinse my hair when I'm done washing it. So after I've shampooed and conditioned, I rinse with this apple cider vinegar, and basically what it does is it makes your hair super shiny, super full, and it gets rid of any residue. So if there's any residue that's lurking on your hair from any products that you're using, it will completely banish it, and it makes your hair so shiny. The only thing you need to take into consideration is it does slightly lighten your hair. So if you've just recently colored your hair, I would avoid using this. I'd probably opt for something like baking soda, but this is super great. It's one of my favorite things to use, and it's super natural. It's also fantastic at managing your pH level for your skin. So if you have had like any type of facials, anything that you're a little nervous it might break you out, take a little apple cider vinegar, mix it with equal parts of water, put a cotton pad in it, and then just rub it on your skin. And what it basically will do, it'll help balance out your skin. So if your skin's been a little abrupted, this will help kind of relax everything and balance all of the craziness that may have happened to your skin. One of my favorite ingredients in the world, turmeric. Okay, I literally take turmeric pills every single day. One of the reasons why I love turmeric is it really is so anti-inflammatory, and it also has a lot of antioxidants. So if you have any inflammation, or if you basically just need to balance your whole body out, this is your answer. And there's so many different facial masks that we can do. You can use it to whiten your teeth, you can use it to kind of calm your skin down. Literally there's a million and one things. If you guys want to see some facials, let us know down below. Any DIYs using turmeric, definitely let us know. And a great thing about turmeric too is it's so inexpensive. I think this huge tub costs like just a couple dollars. So, you know, it's a very inexpensive and super beautifying superfood from the earth, so we love it. Honey is like basically the answer to so many things. Yes, it's also an anti-inflammatory. One of the things I love to do with honey is if I ever have chapped lips, the first thing I always reach for if I don't have access to anything is honey. You put just a little bit of honey on your lips. What's gonna happen is it's just gonna help all of the inflammation. If your lips are chapped and they're really red, it's gonna completely bring that down. It's also gonna soothe. It's also going to kind of help if there's any infections. It's amazing. A lot of times when I fly on flights, my lips get super dry, and this is like one of the first things that I reach for because it's so easy to get. Plus, if you get a breakout, it's also one of those things that you can put on your breakout. You use a little derma roller, put just a drop of honey with a Q-tip on any areas where you have acne scarring, and it will help fade that out. It's literally another one of those miracles from earth that is just like incredible. You can also use this to bathe with to make sure that you get really nice and clean if you have any kids or babies or anybody with super sensitive skin issues like eczema, rosacea. This is super awesome because it's very natural, and it's also an antibacterial too. So honey is one of Mother Nature's like super ingredients, and it's super beautifying. I'm gonna show you guys a really awesome facial mask that's gonna help improve radiance, also get rid of any acne, and just kind of help brighten up my skin. So I'm gonna go ahead and take some of that coconut oil and scoop out a tablespoon. It's a little hard when you first take it out, but I feel like it starts to get a little softer when it separates. And now I'm just gonna add a little bit of that honey into it. And I'm mixing about equal parts of everything. Typically when I do DIYs, I don't really measure. A lot of people want exact measurements, but I'm just mixing equal parts of the coconut and the honey. And then I'm probably gonna add about half of that, just a dash of the turmeric, and then we'll add in as much as we need. And you can see this has become a little pasty, but once I put it on the skin, it's gonna be really soft, and it'll lighten up a lot. I'm just gonna take just a small amount of the turmeric because turmeric is really powerful. I think that might be too much. We're gonna take just a small amount. This is essentially a pinch, and I'm just mixing everything out. That's one thing that's really important. You don't wanna add too much turmeric to anything you do. It's always great if you go easy and you add more as you need to. The thing about turmeric is it can stain your skin, so don't put too much. If your coconut oil is a little harder or a little softer, just try to whisk it gently. My hair is back and we are gonna go ahead and add these ingredients onto my face. So I'm just using my fingers. My fingers are really clean. And like I said, it's melting as soon as I put it onto my face. Once coconut oil just hits your body, it just kind of like melts right away. It does the same thing in your hair too. It actually feels really, really great. It feels kind of like a little hydrating. After I take this off, I know that my skin will be super glowy. It'll be just very hydrated and more even toned, and all these ingredients work together to really kind of balance out your skin really, really well. Now I am going to let this set and I'm just gonna rinse it off with some warm water. Hopefully you guys enjoy this video. Make sure you guys subscribe, check us out on Instagram and Snapchat. Please also comment below if you guys wanna see more videos using some DIYs or natural techniques. Definitely let us know because we have a lot of those tips, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye guys.